Everyone has down days. Days when you wake up not feeling like yourself. If you're a basketball player, you're going to have bad shooting nights or games where you lose, even if you prepare perfectly. Some days are just not going to go your way. A down day is normal. It's healthy. It's part of being alive. The only danger of setbacks and down days are if you let them carry momentum into the future. So let me tell you a story, because that happened to me. Let me take you back to my sophomore year at college. I was starting in the Big Ten, the best basketball conference in America. The season, it was looking good. I was ready for my chance to have a breakout year. And then disaster struck. I had one very poor game. It was the Lonzo Ball hype train. His dad was there, LeVar Ball, little LaMelo Ball was sitting on the sideline talking a little bit of trash. I went 0 from 8 and we lost in a close overtime game. This crushed confidence continued over to the next game, the next game, the next game. It felt like I was getting hit by a train and no one was there to pick me up. The downward spiral began. One bad game led to the next. One bad day created the next day. Momentum was building. I started to get nervous at trainings. Performance was decreasing. My family had just recently booked a holiday to come watch me play. This added to the nerves because I wanted to impress them so badly. My trainings kept getting worse. Performance was falling and I was stressed, worried about what my family would think, and deep down, the confidence was dropping. They came to my game. I had gone from a starter to not playing a single minute. This is some of the worst months of my basketball career, and it all started from one game. I learned a great deal from this. Failure is a powerful teacher. Here are 3 ways to not let a bad day carry into multiple months. 1, find comfort in your routine. Routine becomes everything, especially when pressure is applied. One of my favorite quotes is from Atomic Habits by James Clear. You do not rise to the levels of your goals, you fall to the levels of your systems. The more pressure that's stacked on top of each other, the more likely you're gonna fall back on your daily systems. What are your daily systems? In a different word, routine. Jocko Willink, who's a retired Navy SEAL, talks about how the Marines don't use fancy tricks or advanced tactics. What do they do to separate themselves? They master the basics. Their daily habits are locked in and they perfect them. When shooting starts or the chaos arises, people don't have time to think and make logical decisions. They fall to their natural instinct, what we know best, our basics. The same is applied to your life. When you're on the basketball court and you've made some mistakes, pressure is applied. You're not going to go to that place of shooting those fancy 1-foot fadeaways. You're going to find comfort in the basics, the follow through, good passes, great defense. Master the routine of your day. Develop one for in the morning to get your mindset right, ready to dominate the day, and then also create a skill development routine. So when you show up to work or to sport, you know exactly what you're going to do to continue to build those skills. If you don't have some routines like this that give you confidence, it's time to create one, stick to it, and see what you can produce. 2, switch up your focus. Stop trying so hard. Now listen, I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. It's called the backwards law. Philosopher Alan Watts talks about this, and Mark Manson, in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving, really emphasized how important this law can be. Here's an example. If I tell you right now to not think about a pink elephant, the harder you try to not think of that pink elephant, the worse you're going to do. The best way to approach it is focus on something else, a process, enjoying your day, and you'll eventually forget about that pink elephant. The same thing happened for me at college with my shots. I wanted to make basketball shots so bad that the harder I tried, the more frustrated I got, and then the more I beat myself up about it. It was a declining effect. This obsession caused nerves, and then those nerves led to more mistakes. which created more nerves. It was a negative cycle that continued. So the question is, what do we focus on instead? One of my all-time favorite books, The Inner Game of Tennis, decides to give a few other things that you can focus on, especially when you're competing. For me, this mindset shift has changed my career. There are two things I focus on: having as much fun as possible and learning as much as I can. Here are a couple things what I mean when I talk about fun. I'm not talking about the silly, goofy type of fun. I'm talking about enjoying the moment, long-lasting satisfaction. Here are some of the ways I concentrate on developing and learning. These are all things that I can control. I have the power to dictate how I perform in these areas. Control what you can control. Everyone says that quote. It's their favorite thing to say. But most people don't give you things to control. So instead of trying to compete and beat the person in front of you, focus on the inside, on yourself, reaching your potential by having fun, learning, and controlling things you can control. With my focus on this shift, I'm in the driver's seat. At times, I feel unbreakable. Why do I feel unbreakable? Because the outcome of the session is in my control. Number 3, reset your body. The nervous system keeps a buildup of all the stress we've been dealing with. When the buildup becomes too much, our body will find a way to release it. These outcomes aren't usually the best. This is not what you want. So many athletes get sick post-season. Teachers and kids break down in school holidays. This is because we haven't been regulating our systems as much as we should be. The answer is you must learn how to regulate your body mindfully. How do you do this? By learning what works for you. Awareness. There are 2 direct ways to reset the body. One is mindfully doing something you really enjoy. The second one is doing something discomfortable. This is a list of some of the ways that I like to reset my body. Try one of these systems, give it a go every day for a week or 2, review, see how you're feeling, either stick at it or try something different. So today, I actually decided I had to take some of my own advice. I've been feeling a little bit down, a little bit out. Here in Germany, it's a whole different experience. I miss my friends, I miss my routine, and I miss Beth. I was feeling a little bit of a funk coming on, feeling a little bit stuck. So what did I do? I had to reset my body, get outside, go for a walk, explore something beautiful. I've been out for about an hour walk now and feeling a lot better. Now, it's not always this simple, but it is something that can help. These tools will give you the power over your body. Hit that reset button, feel that confidence start to come back. But as the great Rocky Balboa said, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. No matter how bad the day is, trust that you will bounce back. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear about a time you guys have struggled or when negative momentum has piled on top of each other. If you don't want to share such a personal story, let me know some advice that you would give someone that's currently going through negative momentum. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you again for watching. Keep trying your best, keep learning from those mistakes, and let's keep reaching our maximum potential. Have a great day, guys.